Hey guys, Pretty Alice here. Sorry about the weird lighting. I know it's making me look really red. Don't know what the deal with that. Anyway, I'm here to do a video response to Eden about kitchen witchery. So first I'm going to talk about a couple books. The first one is Wicked in the Kitchen by Scott Cunningham. I don't actually have a copy of this book. I've never read it, so I don't know a lot about it, but sorry, I'm talking pretty fast, huh? I'll slow down. I know it's got some correspondences and a lot of good recipes, and I've heard it's pretty good. So yeah. The second one I want to talk to you about, I actually know more about, and that is Supermarket Magic by, sorry, losing my grip on the book, Michael Furie, or Furie, maybe? Not sure. Anyway, here's the back of the book, if you want to pause and look at it. And I will show you the table of contents, just to let you see. And sorry, I don't know if you can see that. Here's the second page. Oh, sorry, that's the second page. Okay. Hopefully you paused that and look if you were interested. Okay, so the next thing I want to, so there's the obvious thing you can do, which is cook and add herbs with their different correspondences for whatever it is you're looking to add to the meal, or, yeah. So for beginner cooks, you can make one thing that's really easy if you don't really know how to cook yet, is to make a meal in a crock pot. All you have to do is put in the ingredients, set the timer and heat level, which is usually the same button, and then just let it go. And you can be putting in your intent and everything while you're cutting up the ingredients, or putting in the herbs and flavoring and all that, is when you can be putting in your intent, just like you would any other dish before you put it in the oven or whatever. So yeah, that makes cooking really simple, and I've done that a lot. You can make soups, chickens, you can even make stuff like lasagna, and I've seen a recipe for Chex Mix on Pinterest lately, which I thought was kind of fun. Don't know how well that would actually work in reality, but thought it was kind of fun looking. I've made whole meals in the crock pot by adding things like chicken, green beans, carrots, and potatoes all in one crock pot together. And I won't go over like the whole recipe or anything, but I found it on Pinterest. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. You can also use kitchen herbs for other things other than working in the kitchen. You can use them for sachets and mojo bags. You can use them in witches balls, in bottles, spell bottles. You can use them to make incense, like incense cones, or if you make loose incense, you'd have to buy one of those charcoal discs, which you can't use, sorry, the cat. You can't use the charcoal from a grill or anything like that. You'd have to buy the like 3 Kings or one of those brands of self-igniting charcoal and have some type of heat-safe dish to put it in. But you could make incense cones and see if you can get them to light themselves. Oh, right, and you can make an herb blend and use it, and then roll your candle in oil and then like roll it in the herbs. Another thing you can do is, a lot of people, at least in my family, my extended family, and a lot of my friends that I know keep birthday candles in their kitchen. So this sort of pertains to kitchen magic in that it's stuff you keep in the kitchen. You can use the birthday candles for candle spells. When it comes to candle spells and different magic and stuff, it doesn't really matter how big the candle is. It doesn't matter if it's a birthday candle, a tea light, a 7-day candle, or a 14-day candle. It's all about your intention that you put into it. It's about your willpower and just the power behind it. Your intention. It doesn't matter how big the candle is. As long as the intention behind it is there, the candle size doesn't matter. You can also use kitchen tools, different kitchen tools for other things than what they're actually intended for. Such as you can use like a butter knife for an athame. You could use a steak knife for a bowline. Which a bowline, in case you don't know, is an athame is a knife you use, it's a black-handled knife that you use for cutting things like in the spiritual sense. You don't actually cut anything in the physical world. Whereas a bowline, you do. You would use it to carve into candles, to cut herbs, stuff like that. So, whereas an athame isn't supposed to be sharp, it's supposed to be double-edged, but it's not supposed to be actually sharp, whereas a bowline is supposed to be sharp. At least it's supposed to be sharp on one side anyway, at least, because you are supposed to be cutting stuff with it. That's just simple explanation anyway. I have a tiny little bowline that's like this big and it unfolds like a pocket knife. It's not a pocket knife, but it unfolds like it is one. Yeah, you could use that. You could use a wine glass as a chalice. You could use a little bowl as a offering dish. You could use, what are those? The type of metal cauldrons are made out of? You know, they make, cast iron. Sorry, I blinked for a minute. They make cast iron skillets and stuff. You could get a really small one and use that as a cauldron, or use it as, just a fireproof dish for your incense. You could use, what was I thinking of earlier? I thought of a really good one. What was it? Oh, I can't think of it now. I thought of a really good one that I thought was like really unique earlier, but now I can't remember it. Obviously you can use this wasn't it, but you can use jelly jars, olive jars, stuff like that. Once they're done and cleaned out, you can use those to hold herbs, to hold all different kinds of things. You can use if you buy like McCormick herbs and stuff, you can use those jars to hold things. They are plastic, so I wouldn't, well, they are holding herbs, but, you know, you can, well, whatever you want to do, put whatever you want in them, but, yeah, there was something else I thought of that was really, like, out of the box. Anyway, just think outside the box, and just look around your kitchen, say, what can I use that for? What can I use that for? You know? And you'll come up with some good ideas. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, rate, subscribe, and bye.